Have you ever dreamed of finding a lost city of gold? A place so rich, its streets are paved with precious metals, and its buildings glitter under the sun. For centuries, this wasn't just a dream, it was a feverish obsession that drove explorers to the brink of madness. This is the story of El Dorado, the legendary lost city of gold, and the enduring mystery that has captivated the world for 500 years. Was it a real place, or just a tantalizing myth that led countless adventurers to their doom? Let's journey back in time and uncover the truth behind one of history's greatest legends. Our story begins not with a city, but with a man. The legend of El Dorado, which means the Gilded Man, originated with the Muisca people of modern-day Colombia. According to tradition, when a new Muisca chief was chosen, he would undergo a spectacular initiation ceremony. He would be covered from head to toe in sticky tree resin and then coated in fine gold dust, transforming him into a living statue of pure gold. He would then be taken to the center of the sacred Lake Guatavita on a raft laden with gold and emeralds, as his people watched from the shore. The new chief would offer these treasures to the gods by casting them into the lake's depths before plunging himself into the water to wash off the gold dust. This ceremony, a profound act of religious devotion, was witnessed by a few early Spanish conquistadors, and when they told the tale back in Europe, the story of the Gilded Man began to morph. The man became a king, the king became an empire, and the ritual became a city of magnificent, sprawling city of unimaginable wealth, hidden somewhere in the unexplored jungles of South America. The whispers of El Dorado ignited a firestorm of greed across Europe. The 16th and 17th centuries were the age of exploration, and the newly discovered Americas were seen as a land of infinite riches, ripe for the taking. The allure of a city made of gold was irresistible. One of the first to fall under its spell was Gonzalo Pizarro, the younger brother of the infamous conqueror of the Inca Empire, in 1541. He led a massive expedition of hundreds of Spanish soldiers and thousands of indigenous porters into the dense Amazon rainforest. They were fueled by rumors and a lust for gold, but what they found was not treasure. They found starvation, disease, and relentless attacks from hostile tribes. The expedition was a catastrophic failure. After 2 years of hellish struggle, only a handful of emaciated survivors staggered back, their dreams of gold replaced by haunting nightmares. But failure only seemed to fuel the obsession. If Pizarro failed, it was only because he looked in the wrong place. The legend of El Dorado was too powerful to die. Next came the English courtier and explorer, Sir Walter Raleigh. Convinced that El Dorado was located in the highlands of Guyana, Raleigh led 2 expeditions in search of it. He wrote extensively about his quest, publishing a book that further cemented the legend in the European imagination. He described a city called Manoa on the shores of a great lake, ruled by a golden king. Raleigh's accounts were filled with vivid, tantalizing details, but he never found his city. His quest for gold ultimately led to his political downfall and execution. He, like so many others, had staked everything on a golden dream and lost. The list of explorers who chased this phantom is long and tragic, a testament to the powerful grip El Dorado had on the human psyche. The search for El Dorado wasn't just confined to hacking through jungles. The legend, its origin in the Muisca ceremony at Lake Guatavita, led many to believe the real treasure was at the bottom of the lake itself. If a city couldn't be found, then perhaps the accumulated offerings of centuries of gilded men could be. This led to one of the most audacious treasure hunts in history. In the late 16th century, an attempt was made to drain the entire lake. A massive notch was cut into the crater's rim, and the water level dropped significantly, revealing gold artifacts, emeralds, and pottery along the newly exposed shoreline. But the cut in the rim collapsed in a disastrous landslide, killing many workers and putting an end to the project. The lake refilled, guarding its secrets once more. 3 attempts were made over the centuries, using more modern technology, but none succeeded in fully draining the lake or uncovering the vast hoard believed to lie at its bottom. Okay? The treasure of Lake Guatavita, much like the city of El Dorado itself, remained just out of reach, a source of endless frustration and fascination. So, why was El Dorado never found? The most straightforward answer is that it never existed, at least not as a city of gold. The legend was a grand misunderstanding, a story that spiraled out of control, growing with each retelling. The Spanish, blinded by their thirst for wealth, transformed a sacred Muisca ritual into a tangible, physical place they could conquer and plunder. The Muisca, perhaps seeing an opportunity to get rid of the invaders, may have even encouraged the myth, sending the conquistadors on wild goose chases deep into hostile territory, far away from their own lands. Another theory is that while there was no single city of gold, the incredible wealth of various indigenous cultures, with their mastery of goldsmithing, collectively created the illusion of El Dorado. The artifacts we have recovered show a level of artistry and abundance of gold that would have been staggering to the Europeans. The city of gold was not one place, but the combined wealth of an entire continent scattered across hundreds of tribes and civilizations. It was a treasure that could be found everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And yet, the idea of a lost city, deliberately hidden from the world, persists. Is it possible that a powerful civilization, seeing the destructive greed of the Europeans, decided to vanish, to erase their city from maps, retreat into the deepest, most inaccessible parts of the Amazon, and conceal themselves from the outside world forever? This is the most romantic and enduring part of the El Dorado legacy. The idea that somewhere, beyond the reach of our satellites and explorers, a golden city still stands, its inhabitants living in peace, protected by the impenetrable jungle. It speaks to our desire for a world untouched by the greed and conflict of our own, a paradise lost that might one day be found again. This is the power of the legend. In the end, El Dorado's true value was never in the gold. Its legacy is not one of wealth, but of human ambition, obsession, and the unquenchable thirst for the unknown. It represents the ultimate prize, the dream that is always just over the horizon. The search for El Dorado pushed the boundaries of the known world, leading to the mapping of vast swaths of South America. It's a cautionary tale about the destructive nature of greed, but it's also a story about the courage and resilience of the human spirit in the face of impossible odds. The city of gold may have been a myth, but the pursuit of it was very real, shaping history in its wake. El Dorado has faded from the maps of treasure hunters into the realm of myth, a shimmering symbol of unattainable desire and the profound mysteries that still lie hidden in the forgotten corners of our world. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the heart of the jungle and the heart of a legend. If you enjoyed this exploration of history's greatest mysteries, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the past. What other legends would you like us to explore? Let me know in the comments below. Till next time, keep searching.